Well, Oxfam is extremely concerned that the government may fairly quickly move to send arms to Syrian rebel groups. I think it can't happen until August on the terms of the deal that was thrashed out, but that's not very far away. We see a huge risk of more arms going into Syria, not allowing the rebel groups to win the war, but simply to intensify and prolong the fighting. We've already seen today that Russia has said it will up its arms supplies to the government side. So the civilians of Syria, the people of Syria, are going to be the people who suffer from this. And the humanitarian crisis that has already seen over 80,000 dead and 1.5 million refugees flee the country will only get worse.
I mean, the theory is that this will help redress the balance, that at the moment the rebels are being outgunned by the government and people are being killed. What's your main fear about what will happen? I mean, the theory is that this will help them fight back.
Yeah. Well, our fear as a humanitarian organisation that's caring for many of the refugees who fled to Lebanon and to Jordan is that enough arms will be supplied to allow the fighting to carry on, to allow it to get worse, but not for one side or the other to win the war. There seems to be no situation in which the government is saying it will match the tanks, artillery and aircraft that the Syrian government has. They're going to send rather small arms and light weapons, anti-tank weapons, anti-aircraft weapons, the kind of things which sadly are being used in one conflict are then very often proliferated into other conflicts. For example, we're seeing in Mali at the moment the use of Libyan weapons that were sold by Europe to Colonel Gaddafi 30 years ago now being used by Al-Qaeda. So we're deeply worried that the fighting will get worse, it will spread, and the humanitarian crisis will deepen as well.